Welcome to the Wind Up with Will, everyone. I'm your host, Will, here with another video. And today we're going to be talking about the NFL Divisional Round playoffs this weekend, starting today. And we have some games tomorrow as well. Now, you're probably wondering, where is my College Football National Championship video? I'm going to have that out tomorrow sometime. I haven't recorded it yet. Just kind of been basking in the last week. If you didn't know, Notre Dame won. So I'm really excited to talk about that game. But today I'm going to talk about the NFL because we have games later on today. The National College Football Championship isn't until Monday, so we're going to wait a little bit to talk about that. And today I'm supporting my Murray State Racers in college basketball. We play Bradley, the number one team in the Missouri Valley Conference, our conference. So it's going to be a great matchup. Murray's been playing a lot better here recently. Murray's women have played excellently as well. Coach Rochelle Turner has just set the program's record with 121 wins, got another win the other night against Northern Iowa to get to 122. Terrific year for the Lady Racers. But today, in this video, we're talking about the NFL playoffs. Hopefully I can do a college basketball video at some point. I'd like to talk about if I can start doing this daily, I would like to just talk about all sports daily, so we could talk about college basketball, women's college basketball, MLB. I've got a lot to talk about with MLB this off season. I just need to sit down and make some videos for y'all. So without further ado, on to the NFL playoffs this weekend. We have the divisional round. We have the Texans at the Chiefs today at 3:30 on ESPN or ABC. We have the Texans at the Chiefs. Now, this was last week. It was an upset. I picked the Chargers to win. I think the Chargers were actually favored in that game. The Texans have not been playing well, and they just kind of ran over the Chargers. Justin Herbert played horribly in the wild card round. The Texans won 32-12, and Herbert had 4 interceptions in the game. I think he actually threw at least one pick six in the game. I'll take that back. Now, there was a pick six. I was looking for it in the box score. He did throw a pick six in that game. They just ran over him. Then later that night, the Ravens beat the Steelers 28-14. Bills ran over the Broncos 31-7. Eagles beat the Packers 22-10. The Commanders upset the Buccaneers 23-20. Another one of the games I got wrong. And then the Rams upset the Vikings 27-9. Another game I got wrong. So this last weekend, I picked the Chargers to win, the Buccaneers to win, and the Vikings to win. All those teams that I picked got upset there. So I didn't do so well in the wild card round on picking games. Now, in the Vikings game, Sam Darnold got a lot of criticism for playing very poorly. He had an interception. He had a fumble. It was just I didn't watch the game, but from what I heard, he looked horrible in the game. That we're going to see maybe how that affects his free agency coming. But today's games, we got the Texans at the Chiefs. Texans surprise upset last week, beating the Chargers. Justin Herbert played horribly in that game, 4 interceptions. I think the Texans will play the Chiefs pretty close. The Chiefs are a 9-point favorite. I don't think that game will get that far out of hand, at least early on. I think maybe the Chiefs score a touchdown late to put it away like that, where it's a 9 or 10-point victory. But I think this game is going to be pretty close. It seems every time the Texans and Chiefs play, the game is close. I think it'll be a good game, but I'm picking the Chiefs to win that. I don't think the Chiefs cover, though. I don't think the Chiefs win by 9 or more points. The Chiefs haven't scored 30 points all season. They're not going to do it again today, but they're going to find a way to win. As they've done all year long, they're going to find a way to win. Then the 7 o'clock game tonight on Fox is the Commanders at the Lions. I was really hoping for the Vikings to win, because then it would have been, if the Vikings and the Bucks had won, it would be Vikings-Lions. We'd have a rematch of week 18 of the NFL season, arguably the two best teams in the NFC, but we didn't get that. And we had some upsets, so we have the Commanders at the Lions. The Lions are an 8.5-point favorite, and I would honestly not be surprised if they covered this. I'm not a betting man, but I would say the Lions are going to win by 10 or more points in this game. They're just a solid team. Now, they have a lot of injuries. That's what's going to hold them back. We're going to see how well they play after having a bye week. But I'm picking the Lions to win this game and go to the NFC title game for the second year in a row. Great season by the Commanders, though, to get this far. I don't think many people had them going this far. And then tomorrow we have the Rams at the Eagles. The Eagles are a 6.5-point favorite. They're the 2 seed in the NFC. They beat the Packers last week, and the Rams upset the Vikings to get here. I think it's great for LA that what they're going through with these wildfires, with what that city's going through, with the catastrophic loss there. It's a great story for the Rams to make it this far, and I will definitely be cheering them on as a Cowboys fan. I do not like the Eagles. I don't think the Rams beat the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a really solid team. They are really talented on all sides of the ball. They've got a good quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley was the best running back in the league this season, even over Derrick Henry in his phenomenal season. They've got a solid defense. They find a way to win games. They're great all around. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I would not be surprised though if the Rams keep it close. I'm going to say the Eagles win 27-24 in this game. And I guess I should give you what I think the scores will be in the other games too. I say Chiefs win 28-24, just short of their 30 points. And I say the Lions win 35-21. I'll say 31 to, I'll say 31-20 or 31-21 Lions. I think they'll win by about 10 points or so. And then the Eagles-Rams game is on NBC or on Peacock tomorrow. Picking the Eagles to win the game. And then the late Sunday afternoon game, kind of surprised it's not a Sunday night game, 5:30 on CBS or on Paramount Plus. You've got the Ravens at the Bills. I think this is the most anticipated game tomorrow. You've got two of the best teams in the league, two of the better teams in the AFC facing each other. It's a great matchup. There's what I would say is 3 MVP candidates in this game. You have Josh Allen of the Bills, who's an MVP candidate. You have Lamar Jackson, who seems like he might be the front runner, or he might not be. It might be Josh Allen. There's some contention on who should win it. And then Derrick Henry, who I think should also be an MVP candidate for just coming to the Ravens and being so great for them and having a phenomenal season. That is going to be a great game. Baltimore is actually favored by 1 point on the road there. I'm going to pick the Bills, though. I think being in Buffalo, the cold weather, the way Josh Allen has played, the way their fans are, that's just going to be a tough environment for Baltimore to go win in. And as we have seen in past years, the Ravens, especially under Lamar Jackson, not saying it's all his fault, have struggled in the postseason at times. And he's a terrific player. I love him, and I think he's done phenomenally in the NFL, and he should be an MVP frontrunner this season. There's just, when he's in the playoffs, though, there are times where he just hasn't looked the same. And it's kind of that Peyton Manning-like effect where you can be phenomenal all regular season long and be an MVP winner. And then you get to the postseason and you don't show up, or you have a really bad game and your team doesn't win, and it's, well, is he ever going to win one? And so you don't want that to be what the narrative is. And I don't necessarily want that to be the narrative for Lamar Jackson either. I think he's a phenomenal player, and I would love to see Derrick Henry win a Super Bowl. But I think the Bills are going to win this game, and they've got the home field advantage. I just feel like the Bills are going to win, but I do think this will be a super tight game. Give me Bills 31, Ravens 28. Taking the Bills to win it. So if that's how it goes, it means next weekend in the conference championship games, we'll have the Bills at the Chiefs and the Eagles at the Lions, if that's how it goes. That was my conference championship picks before the playoffs started, and means my Super Bowl pick is still alive as well. I had the Chiefs beating the Lions in the Super Bowl. That was also my preseason pick. We'll see if that comes true. Both of these teams have been off. The Lions have got a lot of injuries. The Chiefs have been lucky throughout the year to win as many games as they had. They've had a lot of close games and had things fall right for them at the end of games to win. So we'll see if those are the two teams. I think what everyone is hoping, though, for what America is wanting is the Bills-Lions Super Bowl. And who can blame America for wanting that? Two very historic teams, that both have never won a Super Bowl. The Bills famously lost 4 Super Bowls in a row in the 90s. The Lions have never been to a Super Bowl, and until last year hadn't won a playoff game in like 30 years, over 30 years. So that would be an amazing Super Bowl to have, and I think it would be one of the most watched Super Bowls. But is that the one we're going to get? I don't know. As a lot of people have joked, everyone wants that Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl gets the Chiefs and Eagles. But I am still hopeful that the Lions and Bills can make it there. But as I said, my picks on who I just think is the better team, who I think is going to win those games, I've got the Chiefs and Lions going all the way to the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs winning their 3rd straight Super Bowl. First team in NFL history to do that. That was my pick before the season. It's my pick now. I would like to see that not happen. I'd like to see someone else win, but those are the better teams. That's how it's gone for the Chiefs all year. They have found ways to win. I've got a little extra time on this video. Well, I should probably save it for another video to talk about the NFL MVP. Because that's a whole video in itself of talking about who the MVP should be, who are the candidates, what they've done, what are their cases. That's going to be a whole nother video. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got for today's video on my picks for the divisional round playoffs. If you like what I said, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like what I said, comment down below. Tell me why I'm wrong. Let me know your picks for the NFL playoffs. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Who should be NFL MVP? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.